So tell me, if there's one day in your life you wished never happened, what would that day be?
Get ready.
That would be a day I did 1 year in prison for helping a girl I don't know.
Carry on.
It all started one Friday evening. I just closed from work. I went to the park to collect a way bill I was expecting because the driver has told me earlier that he will soon take off. So immediately I closed from work that Friday, I decided to go to the park and wait instead of going back home and coming again. By the time I estimated to use and wait for him has passed, and I've been there since 6 p.m. up to 8:30, 9, and the driver is not even picking my calls. I was already getting angry when he finally called. He said make I no vex, saying he can't get issue and he no go fit reach that day. So he said make I just come back the next day to collect my car. So I didn't even argue. So I ended the call and started going back home. And from the park to my house is not that far, so I decided to trek it down. So immediately I left the park. That was when I saw her. Seeing her from afar, she's just someone who is going about her day. But going closer, I discovered something was wrong. She wasn't walking straight. She was walking without balance, going left, right. So as I came close to her, I now realized that she was seriously drunk. She was looking so helpless, and it was even obvious that she had no clue of where she was at that time. And I was actually contemplating if I should just pass or I should help her, because you never know who she is. So I decided to mind my business, JJ. But I look at her again, and it's already late. Like it was close to 10 p.m. and she was alone, and like anything could happen. So I walked up to her and asked her, "Are you okay? Where is your house?" She looked at me, but it was as if she isn't even seeing me very well. Her eyes were heavy and the words coming out from her mouth does not even make sense. So I asked her again, "Where do you stay? So let me help you go home." She just lifted her hand and started pointing different directions. Later on, she pointed at one direction and started going that way. So I decided to follow her. Okay. A few minutes later, I asked again, "Is this your area?" She shook her head and pointed to another direction. That's how it went. We kept walking, turning, stopping. At some point, I was thinking if she's actually mad, but no, she's actually had a smell of alcohol, so I think she's drunk.
Carry on.
And then she pointed another direction, but I can't continue with this, not this hour, because when I checked my phone, it was already getting to 11, and I'm already frustrated. I'm getting confused because now I was thinking if I leave her now, what would happen to her? And if I stay and keep following her, where exactly are we going to?
I wonder.
Because she obviously does not know what she was doing or where she was going to. We walked till almost midnight, and it became very clear that she does not know where she was going to. So I had to try another option. I remembered I had a female neighbor that stays in my compound, and she was like a church girl, this kind of church girl. So I feel if I drop her there, at least I will be free. But unfortunately, when we got there, I noticed that her door was locked. Then I remembered that it was Friday. The girl don't go vigil.
Oh man!
So I just stood outside the gate and was like, "What now?" I looked at the girl and she was already weak. And that was when I made the decision that cost me everything that brought me here today.
Let's have it.
So I said, let me take her to my place so she can sleep. Because by morning, when everything has weared off, then she can go back to her place.
That is being stupid, totally stupid.
I won't lie you, I didn't even think of anything that would go wrong. I was just trying to help. So I took her to my single room. I put her on the bed while I sleep on the ground. See, I didn't even take off her shoes. The way we came in, that's how I kept her to sleep. I just helped her lie down on the bed, then I covered her, then I took my mat and slept on the floor.
Are you serious? Wow.
That night, I don't even see better sleep. Thank God say, na Friday, the next day na Saturday, I know they go work. I kept waking up, checking if she was okay. I was just desperately waiting for morning. I was even thinking, by the time she wakes up, we'll even be friends after I explained to her everything that happened. So morning came, and that was when everything scattered.
Stay tuned. You will soon hear interesting news.
So this girl woke up, sat on the bed, she looks around. Then she looked at me. This girl just started shout. She started shouting, "Who are you? What did you do to me?" I said, "Calm down. You were drunk last night and I helped you." She didn't even let me explain. Her face just changed. I could see fear and anger. Then she said something I will never forget in my whole life.
What?
She said, "I feel like someone slept with me and I didn't consent." She said, "You raped me." I first put hand for head. I shout, "Hey!" I started begging her to calm down. I told her to let me explain because I know where it will get to if it escalates. Nobody go on here say you just want help.
Exactly.
She didn't even let me explain. Not even for 1 second. She just kept on shouting, "You raped me. If not, what am I doing in your house?" She just did shout. Hey, Jesus, fear. I was so scared and she was still shouting. Before I could move closer, this girl don't run come out. She even left without putting on her shoes or carrying her bag she came with. She just ran out. Guy, I immediately followed her outside. I was calling her. I don't even know her name. I was just calling her, "Hey, excuse me, wait." But people already coming out and looking, gathering. So I just stopped because at that point, I already know what is coming. I went back inside, thinking of what to do next. I was just trying to understand what just happened right now. And it was not up to an hour when I heard a knock on my door. And when I went to open the door, because I locked the door, I saw 2 police officers, my landlord and her parents. Before I could greet anyone, she pointed at me and said, "That is him."
Huh?
Her father wouldn't even let me talk. He just looked at me and said, "You must have guts to have done what you did." The man just looked very angry. So I started explaining from how I found her, how I brought her home, how I slept on the floor, but nobody was even listening to me. Come to talk of believing me. Because to them, the situation is simple. Their daughter woke up in my house and she was violated, and I was the only person there. So the police took my statement and also took hers. Her parents was not even trying to hear anything, especially because she was their only daughter. So before they left, one of the officers just said, "You will hear from us," because they didn't really take me to the station that day. But it made it clear that this case would just never die. Bro, I was a free man that was not just free. So few weeks later, I was served an official court summon. That was when it became real. So I got a lawyer, and bro, my parents never knew about this and they can never know. Because in that prison period, I had I call time. So I normally talk to my parents and let them know I am fine because my papa get high blood pressure. So I don't want him to know.
Damn.
So after I got a lawyer, we prepared. I narrated everything exactly as it happened. My lawyer kept telling me, "Just be consistent. Your truth is your defense."
He's a liar. A very bad liar.
So while the case was going on, something happened that changed everything.
What happened?
They discovered she was actually pregnant.
Jesus is Lord.
That was when the case became even heavier, because now it wasn't just an allegation again. There was something physical backing it. The parents became more aggressive. The pressure increased and the court take the case more serious. From the legal angle, the prosecution built their case around last seen principle. That means she was last seen with me. She was in my private space overnight, and her statement, lack of consent. And me, I had no independent witness, no evidence, just my words. So at the end of the trial, the court ruled. I was found guilty based on the available evidence and circumstances, and I was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment. So that's how I entered prison for something I did not do. Like, I was just trying to help. But before the final closure of the letter, I instructed my lawyer to file an application. The pregnancy should not be terminated. After delivery, a DNA paternity test should be conducted. If the child is biologically mine, I will accept full legal consequences. And if it is not mine, I reserve the right to seek redress for wrongful conviction and damages. He formally presented it before the court. The court took note of it. It was recorded as part of proceedings. I served my sentence because I have already been sentenced, so I have to serve my sentence. And then when I came out, by then she has already given birth. She gave birth to a baby girl. So after some time, through legal process, we applied for a court-supervised DNA test. First result, 0 probability of paternity. They said maybe error. We did another one again. The second result still said the same thing. Okay. A third independence test was done. Still, the same conclusion, I am not the father.
It's about to go down.
At that point, everything started collapsing because the strongest physical link was gone. So eventually, new information came out between one of her friends. She actually has been assaulted that night by some other people at the bar she went to that night, and I was just the one that found her. And my lawyer immediately filed for compensation for wrongful imprisonment and other things. The case didn't go fully to a long retrial. It was resolved through out of court settlement negotiation. I initially demanded for 9 million as cost of damage, but the family was begging me that they don't have that much and I should please accept 2 million.
And you accepted the 2 million?
Yes, I did. At first, I never wanted to, but then I keep saying in my head, what is 9 million compared to 1 year of my life?
Bombastic side eye.
Do you know what it means to wake up every day knowing that you are in a place where you don't belong? To be called criminal for something you didn't do? To lose your name, your dignity, your peace? So when they came with that 2 million, I was upset. I first vexed. So I told them, no, I'm not going to take it. That is not what we agreed on. So we rather go back to the court. And I meant it, so I left. But life has a way of softening you when you least expect it.
How?
That same week, the same girl that caused all this came to my house alone. She stood at my door quiet, like someone who don't even know how to start talking. When she finally spoke, her voice was shaking. She said, I know sorry cannot fix anything, but I'm sorry. She couldn't even look at me in the eye. She said she has been living in guilt, that every time she looks at her child, she remembers what happened and how she destroyed someone else's life when she was trying to deal with her own pain. She said, you helped me and I punished you for it. She said, my parents have spent everything on this case. Hospital, court, lawyers, we don't even have much left. This 2 million is all we could gather. And for the first time, I wasn't seeing the girl who accused me. I was seeing a human being who made a terrible mistake and have regretted it. Just as life sometimes pushes people into situations where they react without thinking. I stood there quiet. I couldn't say anything. Because the truth is, even if they give me 10 million, it won't fix how people look at me now. So I asked myself, what exactly am I even still fighting for? Is it money or peace? And that was when I realized that holding on anger is only keeping me in that prison mentally. So I took the 2 million, not because it was enough, but because I was tired. And also because humanity is choosing to let go, even when you have all the rights not to. So I collected it, not as compensation, but as closure. So my advice to everyone watching, if you ever see someone in a vulnerable state, either drunk, unconscious, or confused, don't just handle it alone. If you must help, call people, get witness, or if at all safe, call police. Because in the eyes of the law, intentions is never proof. And when something goes wrong, the person closest to the situation becomes the easiest to blame. So sometimes doing the right thing without protection can cost you your entire life. Take it from an ex-convict.